Hello, you're welcome to the session on Wise Counsel with Comfort. Today we are going to talk about something interesting. Do you know why I say so? It happened that this discussion, or what we're about to discuss, I wrote it some months ago, but was unable to upload it or to record it. I wouldn't know that God was just delaying it for me to listen to our Sunday school today at Redeemed Christian Church of God, where different parenting styles were discussed. So I am glad to listen to the different parenting styles, the authoritative, the unconcerned parenting style, the permissive parenting style, the authoritarian whatever style. But do you know what? That is not the route I want to take this moment. I want just to talk about both parents being involved in the upbringing of the children. So my topic is child upbringing in the home. Well, I wouldn't say I know much about this because I do not have a large family. And since I know that each child is unique and you will deal with them differently and uniquely too. But can I just say something about it? One, the time has passed when it is only the mother that will have time to train up these children. In the olden days, quite all right, the father has to go to either the farm or to work in order to bring in money for the family upkeep. But if that father is not involved in the daily lives of these children, the tendency is that when they grow up, they will feel that it was their mother who was caring for everything. I chanced to see a skit on social media where a medical doctor who graduated as a medical doctor carried some bundles of money and brought home. The father was somewhere cutting the wood, and she carried the whole bundles of money and handed over to her mother, appreciating her for seeing her through the university. But thank God the mother was a wise woman. She corrected her right away and said, "No, I wasn't the one. It was your father who was providing the money." But I faulted her that she should have inculcated or rammed it into her ears while she was in the university that her father was the one bringing the money. The father happened to be a cab driver who would leave very early in the morning while these children were still sleeping and go to hustle for money, and then we'll be back while they were already in bed, so they didn't have any contact with their father. So would you blame this medical doctor? Somehow she will not, or somehow I will not blame her, because the father was nowhere to be found. And so, Father, please can I ask that when it comes to upbringing of the children, both parents should be involved. And even before these children arrive in the home, two of you should agree on your parenting styles or the principles you use in bringing these children up. Father, may I plead with you, it doesn't take you anything if you spare some hours and do some school runs for these children. Help in their home assignments. Do you know what you are doing? You are bonding well with them. They are seeing you as having time for them. Remember, as I have always said, this their impressionable mind, and in their impressionable years, they are registering so many things in their mind. And don't be surprised when they grow up and you are not seeing what you expected to see from them. Recently, one of my cousins called me and said, my son did this, he did that, did this, brought this, did. I said, what were you expecting? The time you people were investing in their lives, what do you expect? That these are the fruits you should expect. It's like when you plant an apple seed and you nurtured that plant, you tendered that plant by both your words and your examples. By the time you go to harvest, it is a well-ripe apple that you get. That is equally how it translates into these children. If you have time while they are growing up and you invested in their lives, you had time for them, I am telling you, by the time you become old, they will be begging you on where to start taking care of you. So fathers, don't be surprised if you are not in the lives of these children and they tend to focus more on their mother. You may have been the cause. So start now to join your wife in bringing up these children. Remember, in the case of Timothy in the Bible, because I'm a Christian, I focus more on this. The Bible recorded Lois and Eunice, the grandparents and the mother of Timothy, brought him up in the fear of God. Maybe the father was busy making money. That was why the father's name was not mentioned. And we will not blame him. If there is no money, there wouldn't be much in the home to take care of these children. So it should be balanced. That's just what I am saying. No matter how busy you are as a man, your money alone cannot play the part your presence will play in the lives of these children. Remember, your actions are louder to these children than your words. The things you do for them, your availability in things that concern them, speak louder than the money you are bringing, than the words you are saying. So what am I trying to say? Even before these children come in, please agree on how to train them. Set clear examples, set clear rules, and make sure they are age appropriate. And when you have set those rules, please stick to them. But don't be so rigid. As I learned today, that there could be some times where you permit some things. Don't be so authoritative that it is not law of Medes and Persia that cannot be changed. No. At times we have to mellow down in some cases. So what am I trying to do? Teach these children good habits. You know, at times, some of us parents, we will have nannies in the home and allow the nannies to do everything, even the nannies that are of age with your children. Do you know what you are doing? You are training those nannies for their future, while your children will end up being foolish. I know my sister that was living with me, I had to tell her, please, my daughter is of age now to do some certain things. I wouldn't want you to be coming as you used to come. Let her do some of those things in the house. Why am I doing that? Because I want my daughter to learn. I want her to be well behaved. If I tell her to be honest, I should be honest myself. If I tell her to be hardworking, I should be hardworking myself. So I'm trying to show her that while I'm doing this, I want you to learn. While I'm in the kitchen, I will tell her, come and stay with me in the kitchen and learn. It is true that in the YouTube, we can learn everything. But do you know, the example you set for these children will go a long way to help them in their future. So please lead by example, parents. Lead by example. It's not everything that you will allow the nanny to do. Meanwhile, when it comes to eating, the children will eat before the nanny eats. No. In my home, all of us eat the same time. Both the security person and the person staying with me, we all eat the same time. Let's set good examples for this our children, because it is what happens in the home that is translated out in the society. Do you know what? A healthy home breeds a healthy society. An unhealthy home will cause chaos and commotion in the society. And you can see what is happening. Even some parents will go to the school to fight teachers because of the misbehavior of their children in the school. No. We need to talk to ourselves. We need to start reorienting our children so that they will have something to hand over to their generation. I was discussing with somebody the other day. I said, look at what is happening with us now, our generation. What will the next generation teach their upcoming ones that they learned from us? May I let us know that all these things will start to change while in our homes, if our homes change, if we have time to inculcate in our children things we want to see them in future for. If we want them to be honest in the society, be honest yourself. If you don't want them to steal when they go out and the government gives them something to handle for the community, it will be gobbled into their pockets. It's because we parents failed to inculcate in them what they are supposed to do. Please, I beg again, please, if you want to harness anything from your children in future, the time to start is now at birth. Remember, my slogan is always, teach these children about Jesus. If you're a Christian, teach these children about Jesus, the Word of God, when they are still young. And when they grow up and they are not showing the fruits of those things you taught them, then tell Jesus about them. Tell Jesus of those things you want to see in their lives and you are not seeing. I am telling you, God answers prayers and He will transform these children in a way that will surprise you. So please, do your own part and let God handle the rest. Thank you for giving me just these few minutes to talk about this. May God bless you, and bye.